Now, as Ryan, Trenton, and Sean grab your attention towards the world of sports, food, and entertainment, and away from the things that are probably more important, we apologize for nothing and anything that may be spoken, learned, or forgotten today. This is the Real Tree Shaker Show.
Hello, and welcome to the Real Tree Shaker Show. I'm Ryan.
And I'm Trenton with my eardrums intact because it wasn't nearly as loud.
That was really impressive. Now, if we can just get you to figure out right turns, we might have made progress with you. But I am Sean, and welcome everybody. And as you can see, we're actually on video because we're all in person. And we saw Green Day last night, but we'll get back to that. But guys, what a fun week we've had.
Yes.
Interesting college football weekend. Some upsets, some near upsets, some really bad play. Michigan and the NFL, full swing. Some teams, but we're not going to. Some teams didn't perform, didn't do what they're supposed to, but we're not going to overreact. We are not overreactors.
Exactly.
Is exactly right.
That's right. That's how we feel about it. All right, so, well, gents, since this is weird since we're in person.
I know, right?
And we're all lovely, squeezed together.
Exactly.
But, all right, so week one of the NFL started, and I think the QB play was a little less than stellar. All across the board. We had, half the guys under 200 yards?
Yeah.
Why? Why is that? What's going on? What's causing the slow starts?
I mean, maybe lack of getting reps in the preseason, and getting in rhythm. Maybe some of those teams or quarterbacks aren't as good as people think they are, and then maybe a little bit of defense there, but yeah, I don't know. That's tough. It was tough. It was kind of tough to see. Pretty tough to see.
Yeah. I pretty much agree with you. Lack of reps in any kind of game in a long time. So most of the starters never took any reps. Maybe that might change. But like I saw a lot of dump off passes, not a lot of deep throws, barring Richardson. So like you saw a lot of short passes, a lot of dink and dump, even from the good quarterbacks, So maybe that has something to do with it too. But awkward week.
Dink and a dunk?
Yeah, Dink and a dunk.
Which one's first?
Which one? Yeah, with Mr.
Probably
Left,
Dink.
Mr. Left, right, left.
Probably Dink. Probably not dunk Dink. Maybe more Dink dunk.
Actually, I think I'm going to switch it to dunk Dink.
Dink. All right. We're setting trends with that Riz skibbity.
There you go. They have that dunk Dink going on over there.
So the rookies did get their first taste of the NFL.
Yes.
I got to say, probably the guy that was drafted the lowest in the first round, Bo Nix, had the best debut, although not being great. But Jane Daniels had a good game, but they all lost. So the trend for rookie quarterbacks continues, especially the number one pick guys. Caleb Williams. No, he did not win. The defense and special teams won that game. Okay?
Yeah.
You don't throw for 100 yards, you can't get credit. So what did we see? Because we all watched this together. What did we see from Caleb? Is it just maybe too young, too much hype too early, or is it just too many nerves?
I'd say a combination of some of that stuff for sure, and then maybe like, oh, do I need to lean over and? I'm not.
I don't know. I'm just trying to figure this out.
Talking to that microphone, but I don't know. I mean, I think some of it is Tennessee always produces a good defense, and you have Snead back there covering DJ Moore most of the game. That takes away one of his weapons. I don't know why he didn't use Komet at all. Maybe that's more prop to the defense. But I think several of those factors come into play, and I mean, I don't know. I mean, again, we watch Hard Knocks, and we listen to the media and stuff like that, and they hype things up. And sometimes you take the hype bait, and maybe some of us did. I mean, he'll get better. There's no doubt in that. I mean, there's too much talent around him to not, even though his self is talented. But I mean, week one, there's rust. Then again, we talked about it just a second ago, and it's lack of reps. And even though he had some, but I mean, practice is different than gameplay.
Yeah, I pretty much agree with a lot of what T said. I definitely think it was nerves for sure. A lot. I mean, people expect a lot from that kid, so I'm sure he was thinking about that just a little bit. But yeah, lack of reps too with those guys. You saw he missed passes, he mistimed a lot of throws. So definitely, that's just going to take time, chemistry, and playing together. So I would say, and I know you said the number one rookie QB was Bo Nix, 138 yards on 42 pass attempts. Jordan Mason ran for more.
I know.
The Nix threw.
I mean,
42 balls.
The rookie played better than my quarterback. What do you want me to say? All right.
Well, it wasn't
I
hard.
mean, you guys.
Hey.
You guys could have said that Daniels had the best rookie performance out there.
He did. I was the most impressed with him by far.
Well, I was trying not to give a division rival props.
You looked most comfortable.
Considering I have to play fantasy and in real life.
True.
Come on now.
True.
Come on now. Yes. Oh, for me? Yes. Yeah, that's my reaction to Daniel Jones being a National Football League quarterback. I like the guy, man. I was rooting for him. I know you can tell he works hard. He gives his body up, but it's just something. I mean, he's got the height, the weight. He's got the speed. He's got a decent arm. I don't get it. I mean, is the offense too complicated? Do we need the Lee Junior High 7th grade playbook to get this? Or I don't know. Glenn, did y'all run a complex offense in 7th grade?
I don't believe so, but
there's a few other 100 guys that have all those things that Daniel Jones has mentioned, but very few of them can start in the NFL. And
I mean,
this is something else.
The stat that blows my mind that I keep seeing is that he has more pick sixes thrown than touchdown passes since he got his contract extension. So, with that, why don't we talk about week one?
Sure.
And since we're on week one and I've got these two next to each other, guys, why don't you break down the Bucks and Manders game this weekend?
Go ahead, T.
Well,
it's like,
I mean, there's not much to say. Daniel's got some talent. Defense needs a lot of work. And yeah. So
there you go.
I mean, I already know how much you're going to talk about. I mean, we got to start naming off all the defensive players and everything else,
and not
each by their performance of the game. Oh, they covered this guy.
Oh, we're gonna learn the whole defense too.
I'm sure. Oh, I've heard it all weekend.
I'll keep it simple.
I've found out. I mean, I even found out the Dallas roster too. Like, it's great.
I'll keep it simple. But how about them Buccaneers? But yeah, Baker four touchdowns, like look great. Like you said, defense and Washington just not really up to par right now.
I'm glad you can confirm.
So I agree with that.
I'm glad you can confirm that. Thank you so much.
Oh man, Jaden, yeah, he's a real deal. He's gonna be a star in the league for sure. So you got a good pick there, no doubt.
After one game,
I thought he was the most, like, going in. I thought he was going to be the best regardless. Just think he really, he's Lamar-esque. So
I mean, carries some talent and things like that. But
sure.
Again, one game.
Sure.
Like, sure, it's better than maybe.
Well, he gets the Giants next. So.
He'll be a Hall of Famer after 2 weeks.
in BDA's book, there's no doubt.
Yeah.
Sure.
You got to keep in mind though too, like Sam Howell's first game, he upset the Cowboys and knocked them out of the playoffs, and then comes back and
how'd that work out? Not too well.
Thank you for asking my questions to my own self. Like, thank you.
Left turn.
Yeah. No, the Bucks I thought played pretty good overall. Their defense is suspect too. Evans catching a couple of touchdowns, all he seems to do. Like the way Bucky Irving looked. Definitely like the usage of Godwin
It's
too.
funny how he puts those little jabs in there, oh, Mike Evans got a touch, that's all he knows.
I would say that about your guys too. I mean,
who scored touchdowns outside of Daniels?
Okay, well that's it, but still.
At least you
That's
got
why
a
I did say you
touchdown.
look good. So,
My field goal kicker's better than yours.
But yeah,
Yeah.
it
He
was
no
an
longer
entertaining
exists
game.
there.
Yeah.
It was a very entertaining game.
Sure. Yeah, I'm sure you did.
I did. I watched one side was happy, trying not to talk shit and smile. And then whether I should console him. Because I did get the consoling during the noon hour games. But I thought it was good. But Baker looked good. I mean, NFC Player of the Week, possibly.
Sure.
Number one quarterback fantasy pickup. So, I mean, that Bucs offense is going to be pretty good.
It is.
I really think so. And Washington and the Giants will get that later. But let's see. What other game were I was really shocked at Carolina and New Orleans, guys. Yeah. How bad Carolina was. Because I'm not ready to get on the Saints bandwagon and, they won, but they beat Carolina. And Carr only has 200 yards passing.
Yeah.
Kamara had a good game. Kind of looked like the old school Kamara. But Carolina that bad, or are we just not looking at the Saints the way we should?
I mean, I think their defense has always been solid. We talked about last week, saying they usually play well at home and things like that. So it's always tough. But I mean, I don't even know what to say about that. That was. I mean, beyond, I don't even know if the word pathetic is the right adjective for it. So, they just look absolutely lost in everything. And they have some veteran guys there. They got some younger guys, but man, you can't even get a ball to Thielen. There's no way. Lattimore wasn't on Thielen, was he?
No.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I don't know. Again, it's a lack of reps or what. Whatever it may be. But I mean, New Orleans always gets ready to play. When they play at home, it's a different team than it is on the road. There's no doubt. But whoosh,
yeah,
that was
horrible.
That was bad.
That was really bad.
And no, I don't. I think it's way too quick to start putting the crown. We crowned him. Crown him. No, it's way too early. I mean, we heard earlier when we were watching some of those shows that was it. MVP
Derek Carr
after one game going for 200 yards. I mean, he looked good. Sure, he only threw 12, 13 times, but one game against week one. I mean, just the overreaction that go on after week one, it's ridiculous. Fantasy wise too. It's just ridiculous.
For sure.
Totally agree.
For sure. Yeah, I mean, I just thought the Panthers looked horrible and all aspects of that game, offense, defense, special teams. They didn't look put together very well. I don't know if it's the new offense that
was it their defense
Canellis brought with them. It might be right.
Yeah, I mean, maybe the offense was going on for the defense, and the defense was going on for the offense.
Which of those players though?
Bryce Young.
You don't know that roster?
No, I don't know that one too well.
Just make sure.
No, I just think Bryce Young, year 2, you expect to see some improvement and some, just some better play. He looked worse, I think his decision making was pretty poor, and that's something you expect them to definitely, make better choices in year 2, but did not look great. So they don't have much of a running game right now until Brooks comes back probably. So I don't know. It's gonna be rough.
I'm just gonna be simple. They don't have shit.
Yeah.
They just do not. Are we okay?
Yeah, I was yawning.
Okay.
So
Ryan lost me on all those players. Oh wait, that was last week.
Well, you could still be comatose from that. So, all right, Pats go on the road to Cincinnati and beat the Bengals. Jamar Chase still in the contract. Probably half-assing it right now. Joey B just doesn't look right. And now you see all the pictures with him working his wrist in between plays on the sideline. Like, oh, did he struggle with that water bottle?
Bottle. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
the heaviest Gatorade bottle.
I don't know.
Made by Tom Brady, man.
Well, no, that's half of a building. Yeah, that big water bottle. You know what that reminds me of?
Yeah.
It reminds me of Hank Pym in his lab from Ant-Man when he pushes the button and it shrinks down. So that's like the whole TB12 factor right there.
That was a big water bottle. Well,
okay.
Oh, okay.
I was hoping you guys would give me like a but okay, so are we again, this is early, but what are our reactions to Cincinnati?
I'd say, I mean, based on last year too, with Burrow's injury, it looks like it might have carried over a little bit, and he's still not 100% comfortable. You got Chase in this contract thing, and he is upset. I mean, I'd start saying that's 2 logs on a dumpster fire. Yeah. So defense didn't necessarily. Defense did okay, but I mean, against the Patriots offense, I mean, what kind of credibility you give them there? So, but I mean, props to the Patriots though, man. First year coach, and they go in there and get a win. I mean, on the road too.
Yeah.
Gotta give them some credit, I think. But at the same time, I mean, they're not gonna. I don't think that they're gonna be anything to write home about. But still, you got to give them credit, and the Bengals look pretty bad. I think also too losing Mixon,
beast.
They're trying to was it Singletary that's there now? Or is it Moss?
Moss
is there, and Moss isn't a terrible running back by any way, but I think his style isn't what Mixon's is, and I don't know. I mean, was that part of like the offensive line too, or is that the defensive line giving credit to them stopping the run? Because I mean, I didn't watch the full game clearly with you guys and stuff, but like just what we saw, like that was pretty rough. So, and if he is injured, it's like, well, they're. I mean, it's only going to get tougher. It's not going to get any easier down the road. So, I don't know. I think if anything, the torch is lit for the dumpster fire, and it's just waiting to be put to the rest of it, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Patriots came with a hell of a game plan. They played to their own strengths. Their defense, of course, is going to be strong just because Mayo is big on that, and I know he's going to take what Belichick taught him and make sure that defense is performing well. Bengals just didn't look like they had it together at all. I don't know what it was. They didn't look in sync. They didn't, and again, another thing where you're not playing in the preseason together ever. So this is your first game action together. And, Patriots controlled the ball. They managed the game, didn't turn the ball over, and just played pretty smart, ran the ball. And, yeah, Bengals is, I don't know. They couldn't do anything. Burrow didn't look great. And,
sound like you said, bro.
Bro.
Yeah,
Burrow didn't do anything, man.
Eminem, Burrow, just I don't know.
Cody Rhodes didn't look right.
Exactly.
I don't know. I know these guys are pros, but do you think there's an outside chance that they just said Patriots and look forward to their week 2 matchup with Kansas City?
Possibly so, honestly.
So in your division, you can't let up even a game and say, oh, well, and, you should have the talent. You have the experience. You should be able to beat a, rookie head coach. And,
Division.
Exactly.
They're not in the same division.
Well, yeah, you know what I mean. Like they can't let up a game.
There's that
like a loss
in the right thing.
Yeah, they can't let up a loss in that competitive division. Because any one of those teams could win it.
You mean like the Steelers?
Yeah,
Ooh.
or the Ravens.
Well, let's go there.
being-
Let's jump to that game.
being in first
Pittsburgh
place.
goes to Atlanta. Or should we call that Pittsburgh 2.0? Because there were more Steelers fans there
Yeah,
than there were Falcons fans. Cousins looked rusty, not in sync with anybody. I don't think he's as healthy as another guy coming off an Achilles injury that we'll talk about here in a second. But yeah, and Atlanta's defense was supposed to be all, improved and better. And yeah, they held them to 6 field goals, but you still got to get some kind of stops, especially Justin Fields when he gives you a turnover every fourth quarter.
Yeah.
So are we just thinking Pittsburgh's defense and hello Atlanta block what? Okay. Do we think that Pittsburgh's defense is that good and can carry them through the season, no matter whether it's Fields or Wilson going forward at QB?
I mean, their defense is always good. Carry though, I'd say no. Just because there's going to be a lot better. I mean, not a lot better teams to play, but like teams are eventually going to get in rhythms and they're going to figure these things out and such. And so, I mean, they have a good defense. There is no doubt. I wouldn't want to play them. I don't, or mess with them. So, but offensively, they just look terrible. And if the offense can at least give them 17 points, 18, not 17, 18, but like 17 to 25 points kind of thing. Then no, no, the defense can't carry them. They're not the 85 Bears defense, and no, there's no way. The offense has to do something. It has to. And if it's going to look the way it did, like yes, they got those 6 field goals, but how many of them were 50 yards? So it's like they only got them like on the other side of the 50, barely ran into the Falcons territory.
True.
So it's like, and that was a couple turnovers, I think, if I'm not mistaken. And no, I don't think they can carry them at all. And then the Falcons themselves, again, lack of Bijan usage in a way, and where was London? I mean, is that credit to the Pittsburgh's defense? Probably a little bit, but it's not that they have these shutdown corners or anything. So, but no, as far as the defense being able to carry them to the playoffs, absolutely not. There's no way, or even to a winning record, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, I pretty much agree with what you said too. The defense is awesome. DJ Watt's just amazing to watch, and beating everybody is just shows the work he puts in and everything. But yeah, I mean, there's going to be a time when Fields or Russell, who's ever in there, is going to have to win a game for him eventually, right? So one of those guys is going to have to do something. But about Bijan, he said, he only had he didn't get used as much. He did have 18 carries, and I want to say he had 2 or 3 catches. So if I give him 20 plus touches a game, I think he's going to do the most with that. And to me, I thought that was but
that's fair. That's fair.
Cousins, I mean, I agree with you. He did not look good, and maybe the same thing like Burrow. He's just not over his injury yet either, possibly. So could be. But yeah, very disappointing for the Falcons. They're supposed to be coming in with this new high-powered offense, and yeah, I get it. You're playing the Steelers, but you're at home, and supposedly you've been, really trying to get this in, but you scored 10 points. So
yeah, terrible way to start out. All right, let's not spend a little more time than we should, but a couple more games, guys. Let's go. Let's do 3 more. Let's go to Ryan's Cowboys and Browns. Are we saying Dallas played better, or should we be worried about the Browns?
So we'd be worried about the Browns. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Yeah, I'll keep it short too. Dallas did what they're supposed to do. They do what they do in the during the season. So, and that's when I mean, they do.
That's what Ryan wants to say.
I mean, they look good. They did. So, but yeah, there you go. It's more like it.
Yes, and just so we can get this out of the way, right before the game, Dak did get his money.
True.
4 years, 240 mil guaranteed, or 231 of that 240 is guaranteed. Just give him the extra 9 million.
I know.
Like, I
right?
mean, what are you doing?
Jeez.
What are you doing? It's
Yeah.
a cheap tax write-off. But yeah, the Browns are in trouble. That's too good of a defense. Really good offensive players, and Deshaun Watson, if he's found in trouble again with this newest civil lawsuit, then the Browns will be in the quarterback market, which really stinks because then that decreases my chance of the Giants actually getting somebody good. Let's go to the Sunday night game. Rams, Lions. What a great game. Back and forth. Detroit gets up. Well, not so much back and forth, but Detroit gets up and then the Rams come back. But then Detroit has enough. I think they just wore the Rams out.
Oh, yeah.
I think they just wore them out. Potential NFC Championship preview, guys. The Sean Bowl 2.0.
I know, right? I mean, it's possible. I would say, could be, I think the Lions have to be the favorites to get back there too. Whether the Rams can overtake the Niners is going to be the question. But yeah, I mean, I thought both teams played really well. Rams had some unfortunate injuries and hurt them in the long run. But yeah, I mean, both teams I could definitely see them there in January. So
I can see him making the playoffs. As far as would you say NFC Championship?
Yeah. Sean Bowl 2.0.
Right,
2.0 again. Ooh, I don't know. Again, as we were talking about last week too, it's tough to three-peat and things like that. So I'd say no. I don't think it will happen. But at the same time, if Puka can come back healthy and make a difference, be a difference maker again, then possibly so.
Yeah.
I think the Lions need to kind of maybe change their approach a little bit and go back to running the football a little bit and open up the passing game and stuff for them too. So, but I mean, sure, I think it's definitely possible. Man, it's just tough to be like, yeah, I could see that happening again. Just the Niners. The Niners just look so good. Again, much like the Chiefs, until you come beat them, who else? What else Who else is supposed to take there?
I agree. I loved it. Both teams, Rams, I think, need to get healthy. But they'll, because 3/5 of their starting offensive line are now injured or not available. The Puka injury will be big, but Cooper Kupp looks back like 2 years ago. So hopefully that's a great combo because Kupp had 21 targets and no one else had more than 7. So where's Matthew throwing the ball? That's pretty obvious. But we'll stay with that San Francisco theme is the infamous Aaron Rodgers. If you guys have heard of that guy, he plays for the Jets. He finally gets to play. And congratulations. Hey, real quick, there's a shout out to Jason. Happy birthday, Jason.
Yeah.
All right. He is shy and does not want to be on camera.
Wait, bro, we'll see you a little while, man.
So, yes, Aaron Rodgers has returned over 500 and something days without taking a live snap. Because I don't think you should count that 4 with the Jets last year. That should be like a mulligan.
It's a write-off.
So, give me your thoughts, guys, on each team. Or how you thought that game went. Are we overreacting on the outcome, the gameplay? Or, I don't know. You guys should say something.
I mean, yeah, again, it's week 1, but I feel like the Jets defense is way better than the way they performed. So I'd like to think that they'll get better. Same time, maybe the Niners manhandled them, and I don't know, embarrassed. I mean, they definitely embarrassed them. especially with all the hype again around Rodgers and everything. And I don't know. I don't know what it is, but his teams do not play well when they go to San Fran, whatever it is. And I thought he looked okay. I thought he looked pretty good.
Yeah.
He made some good throws, and he looked back to himself. But Brees Hall wasn't really much of a factor outside the lone touchdown. And the Niners looked good. They lost their best player on offense, and then plug in Mason, and he goes out there and just looks like he's the next coming of McCaffrey or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I just think I think overall the Niners are just built so solid that it's not like lose a man, this guy comes in and is going to do the same kind of productivity, but at the same time, like when you have that much going on with the Trent Williams and others that are up front and they clear those holes, I mean that dude, how many times did we see that guy run through a hole and get 7-8 yards before he got touched?
Yeah.
And I mean,
102 yards gained before contact.
So, I mean, I put a lot of that on the Jets playing bad. Actually, no, I put that more on the Niners, just simply outplayed them physically, and yeah, the Jets got a lot to improve on.
Yeah. I mean, Shanahan's just a hell of a coach, man. He coaches that team up no matter what, and he has other coaches in place at the other positions that do a great job too. They all go on to head coach football teams too. So he just has they have a great culture, great coaching system there for sure. Yeah, I mean, I agree with what T said. I just think the Niners might be that good too. Their offense, like you said, you can plug in anybody. Mason comes in and dominates and runs more in one game than McCaffrey ever had as a Niner. So
that's the most someone's ever run under Shanahan.
Yeah, understand. Yeah,
I'm pretty sure McCaffrey had 150 yards.
So
152 is the highest he's had with Shanahan.
And Mason has the second highest at 148.
Didn't he do that the first game of the season last year? 152?
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
See, it still works.
You got it. But yeah, I mean,
I thought
I
seen it.
I don't see it. That's right.
Rodgers looked okay. He looked good. For the most part, he's making those throws. There was like a couple drives where you saw he had it together. He was in a flow and hitting his guys, and the running game was doing pretty decent. And some turnovers, and they just could not stop the Niners. So that's what happens.
That's what happens.
That's what the best. I like the rest.
That's what BDA thinks.
That's right.
That's what happens.
BDA's got a grill garden, and you don't.
Watch out
for nobody.
Yeah, that is right. Okay, so the one thing too that you hear with the first week or two with rookie quarterbacks is, are they going to be able to be a game manager? I'm really tired of hearing that phrase. All quarterbacks are game managers. Okay, they are responsible for knowing what all 22 players are on the field are supposed to do. They're supposed to know the audible to the left, to the right, to the middle. What are they going to do with this, that, this? They manage the game, okay? You just have more guys, Will Levis, Daniel Jones, that are going to lose the game because they don't know how to manage the game. But they're all game managers. Are we sick of that term as a show?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think it seemed like derogatory. Like it's a bad thing, and it's not.
Derogatory?
Golly.
Wow. I mean...
How you gonna bring in game?
Well, not even that bad. But I mean, they're gonna say you're not as talented, not your lead, but you're a game manager. So way to go.
Why do you go to the soft voice?
I don't know. Is it that time of the show? Is it time to go? Oh, you got somewhere to be?
No.
Oh, that's true. That is true.
I need to go get some more exotic foods, or
Do you want to trade spots on the couch?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Yeah, come on.
Okay. Well,
Y'all-
that was
y'all
the.
share- y'all share the mattress.
Yeah, where's the edit button?
I know, right?
He's gonna eat those. He's gonna eat those blue cheese chips in bed.
Oh, yeah, with the onions. Or maybe.
It will be.
Then it's gonna be like that,
It's good.
and then okay, I'm done playing. And then I'm gonna yell at him like,
Hey, watch this. I am Skibbity Riz.
Thank God I'm in my room.
all right, let's go to something that people might actually understand. Week 1, guys. Of the NFL is come and gone. Yeah, I know. I cut that off way too early, but
that thing is as loud as Ryan talking in the microphone.
isn't it? Yeah. I mean,
It's good.
maybe Ryan can make that noise. Dun, 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 dun.
There you go.
Oh, we could do that. We could do that. But anyways, maybe he'll just walk in the door. Okay, for the record too, that is not Ryan.
Yes, which I thought it was him this whole time.
Yeah, but there'll be a reenactment coming real soon on that. I think we have to record it and do it. But anyways, guys, rapid fire came and went. Congratulations to Ryan on winning week 1
The only week I'll be ahead.
at 11-5. T and I went 9-7.
Baby.
Still a winning week. So if you listen to us, you still made some money.
True.
You still made some money. The favorites 9-7. And against the spread, the favorites were 9-7. So
See, I got it right then.
Yeah.
I got a perfect record.
see,
Yeah, true.
right? And remember, Ryan has access to the scripts before we do,
Oh, yeah,
so he knows what to expect. Just because he sees a couple colors, it means it's been written. But all right, so the revamped rapid fire, as we explained last week, wasn't rapid last year. So we're going to change it last year. Well, minus the first game you were talking about. But this year we are going to just be rapid. And then we're going to go back and talk about some games that pique our interest. Excuse me. But let's get this going. Coming up, guys, Thursday night. And they did a really good job, by the way, on these Thursday night games this year. We got the Bills traveling down to Miami. Bills are 2.5-point underdogs in Miami. 51 is the over-under.
I'm taking Miami and the over.
Miami over.
I am with the Bills and the over.
Moon's over Miami.
Hey, Josh Allen for president. All right, Ryan and his 1-0 Bucks. This might be one of the best games of the week. Or not, yes. But as my Lions host Ryan's Bucks, the Lions are a 7-point favorite with the over-under being 48.5. That's a big line for that game.
It is.
I like the Lions in it. I hate to go against my Bucks, but the injuries are just going to kill them. I think Lions win by 6. So, what did you say? 48.
48.5.
I'm gonna go under. I don't know why, but
Bucks cover and over.
All right. Now you're saying Bucks to win or Bucks cover? Just the wieners. Okay. All right, there you go. All right. The Saints are traveling to Ryan's Cowboys. Cowboys, 6.5-point favorite. 49.5. Oh, by the way, I like the Lions and the over.
okay.
Saints at Cowboys. Cowboys favorites by 6.5. 49.5 is 44.5 is the over under.
Give me them Saints and under.
I like the Cowboys in the under. Shocking.
What are we
You should
going
mark- you
through?
should- You should make notes of what weeks he doesn't make the Cowboys.
Yeah. That ever happens? All right. Well, I hate to do it, but I like the Cowboys and the under. I just don't think the 1 week hype for the Saints carries over. Had this.
It's like the same way for the
Or the
Cowboys.
Cowboys,
Yep.
I was gonna say you could say the same thing about them.
True. Okay. The Colts, who went toe to toe with those Texans last week, are traveling to Lambeau Field to take on the loveless Packers. Colts 3.5-point favorites on the road. 47.5 is the over under.
Colts by 4. What's the over under again? Sorry,
47.5.
I'll go under.
You said 47.5. Yeah, definitely the under, and I got the Colts winning.
All right, I am all aboard with you guys, so that means we will get this game wrong. Colts in the under. The Seahawks are traveling to the best team in the NFL, the New England Patriots. Right? The best team, the Pats, right?
Yeah.
Okay. 3.5-point favorites for the Seahawks. 41.5 is the over under.
Oh yeah, I got the Pats and the under.
Same with me, Pats and under.
Really?
I do. I like the Pats.
Best teams don't play well on the East Coast.
Yep.
Especially in that 1 o'clock hour. All right, I'm going Seattle and the under. All right. Mustard Bowl 2.0. The Giants are at Washington.
There you go.
How are y'all only a 1.5 favorite?
I don't know.
And that's what they give
I
you
saw
for
that too.
that's what they give you for being at home. 42 is over under.
No, but I did see that on the fantasy thing here to start the Washington defense, so that'll tell you something.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Wow. Okay.
I got the Mandos. Oh, what did you say the under was?
42.
Bless me.
Yes. Bless
Oh.
Dude,
Oh, bless you.
goodness, man. I got him in the under. I got him at 41. According to my score prediction.
Something tells me. I'm going to take Commanders over.
Really had to put some thought into that.
Yeah. In the over?
Yeah.
Yep, I agree. I just don't think the Giants are very good. And that's really sad for me. Yes, and please don't ever wear those uniforms again. They look like the Montreal Canadiens. Yeah. All right, the Raiders
Ooh.
going to Baltimore.
Raiders.
The Ravens 9.5-point favorites. 43.5 is the over under.
Well, I definitely got the Ravens for sure. And he kind of tucked me into it. They're going to win by 10, but over under 40 what?
3.5.
I don't know. Give me the over.
Okay.
Ravens covering and
All right. Another clean sweep. Baltimore, but I like the over. The Chargers and Mr. Harbaugh. 1-0 head down to the second best team in the NFL, the Carolina Panthers. 6.5-point favorite for the Chargers. 42.5 is the over.
Chargers under.
Oh, congrats to Harbaugh getting this win too.
Yes.
Chargers under.
Chargers in the under. Yep. I'm in agreement with you guys. Chargers and the under. The 49ers, fresh off their Monday night smacking of the Jets, travel to Minnesota. 49ers 6-point road favorites. 47.5 is the over under.
Man, I don't know how you could go against the Niners the way they've been playing. So definitely got the Niners. So we're under 40.
47.5.
I'm gonna go under.
What was the lines again on the line?
Point favorite for the Niners, 47.5.
Yeah, Niners cover the points and the over.
The over. I like the Niners and the under. Browns at the Jags. This is a really big game for the Jags and the Browns. I just don't know what to make of them. But the Jags open as a 3-point favorite at home. 44 is the over-under.
Ooh, I got a push and then the over by a point.
So who's going to win?
Yeah.
Oh, I got the Jags. My bad.
Okay.
Jags, and I'll go with the over.
I'm with you guys. This could be a very bad week for our pick'ems. I'm with you guys. Jags in the over. The Jets traveling to those, I don't even know what you want to call them, the Titans. Those aren't the Titans. Those aren't Remember the Titans. No.
No.
They would not play like that. But the Jets are traveling to Nashville to take on the Titans. Jets open as 3.5-point favorites. 44.5 is the over-under.
I'm taking the Jets. And you said it was 43.5, right?
44.
44.
Jets and under for me.
Okay, I think you guys are just copying me because I'm sitting right in between you, but I have the Jets and the under.
It's not true. I actually had my book playing on the couch earlier. And so since he copied off my paper from San Angelo last
Oh.
now I got busted.
Oh, okay. All right. Jim Harbaugh, come get your sign sealing guy. He's done. There's your next Netflix special. The corruption of the Real Tree Shakers show. The Rams guys and their depleted roster are heading to Arizona to take on the Cards, who are a 1.5 favorite at home. 46 is the over-under.
Let's see here. I got the Cards, and I have the under on that one by a point.
Going to take the Rams and over.
Rams and over. All right. I am with T. I'm going Cards. I know. My Rams are going to be 0-2. Yeah.
I had my paper.
Hey, he's the one that did it.
Yeah.
This time.
See it?
No. I didn't see it. No, I didn't.
I'd seen it. I done seen it. All right, guys, which we thought was going to be one of the best games of the season when we were doing our preseason predictions. But I don't know so much. But the Bengals are traveling to Kansas City to take on the two-time defending champs, Chiefs, 5.5-point favorites. 49 is your over-under.
Got the Chiefs. I got the over. I just truly believe that the Bengals will play better.
Yeah, I do too.
I agree.
I got the Chiefs over, and they don't cover the spread.
The spread was what again?
5.5. Man, I kind of want to. I'm gonna stick with what I wrote. But Chiefs in the over. But I wouldn't be surprised if Cincy did keep this close in the under. But anyways, those red hot Steelers and their freaking best player in the NFL, Chris Boswell, after kicking 6 field goals, head to the Mile High City to take on those Broncos. Pittsburgh, 3-point favorite on the road. 41.5 is your over-under.
Steelers and definitely the under.
The over?
The under.
Oh, I was just trying to get you to change.
Oh, I thought you were pulling it around
I'm
on me.
gonna go out on a whim here and say the Broncos and the under.
Oh, well,
That's going
okay,
on.
so he skipped your paper and copied mine because I'm going Denver, but I like the over.
He's been going left this whole time. He finally went right.
Yep.
Got on your paper.
Just remember, 4 lefts basically is nothing
Right.
to a right.
That's
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, all right. Yay. All right, in our Sunday night game, which is another game we thought was going to be really good, but the Bears, it could be, but the Bears are traveling to Houston to take on those Texans. 6-point favorite for the Texans. 46 is your over-under.
I do not have. I think the Bears cover the points. I don't think the Bears win. I think the Texans.
Texans and over, and I know Sean's eyes will be glued to the screen. Caleb Williams.
How they gonna look though?
I don't know.
His eyes.
Oh, his eyes? Like Daniel Jones?
No, he'll be looking down, painting his fingernails. But I have the Texans and the over. And our Monday night game, Atlanta travels to the city of brotherly love. Philly 6.5 point favorites at home. 48.5 is your over under.
I didn't even write that one down. Whoops. And they're playing who again? I'm sorry.
Falcons at Eagles.
I would.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Eagles are what spread again? I'm so sorry.
6.5.
I think the Eagles win. Falcons do not. Falcons cover the points, and it's the over.
Yeah, like Eagles and over.
Because again, also I think the Falcons play better.
Yeah.
But you like Philly, both of you like Philly to win?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm with you guys, and I like the over as well for the Eagles. All right. Well, we are running a little long, and we like to keep these shows short and sweet. So we're going to hand the mic directly to Ryan.
Yes.
Do your thing.
Hello, everyone. Please visit The Real Tree Shaker Show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeart, Amazon Music. You can look for our page on YouTube, TikTok. Follow us on X. Check out our Facebook page, too. We would love to hear from you. We love our followers. Thank you all.
Thank you. Thank you, question mark. And I'm talking one of those big red ones from the Riddler. Yes, that is correct. Where's your homework? Where is your homework? Well, we hope you enjoyed this time with us. We'll be back next week for another edition of the Real Tree Shaker Show. Guys, what a fucking day. Let's go back to Green Day before we go.
Yes.
Guys, an amazing show. Thank you so much.
For sure.
It was so awesome feeling 14 years old again.
Yes. No doubt.
And shout out to your parents, you youngins that have let you listen to Green Day and grow up with them. That's a wise decision. That means your parents are cooler than anybody else's in your neighborhood, even though you might not like them. But moms, dads, let your kids listen to punk rock music. It's a lot better than this other crap. But, right, you know that. But, thanks for listening. We'll see you next time. This has been The Real Tree Shaker Show.